know that one poem a day will not kill you? We hope you'll find out by listening in every day during April to One Poem a Day Won't Kill You, Yamhill County's celebration of National Poetry Month.
Hello and welcome to A Poem of Day Won't Kill You. My name's Caroline O'Brien, and today I'm going to be reading from a collection, Sugar, by Phoebe Newman. First poem I'm going to read is called River Lore. Just think of those two rivers. First, the Chattahoochee, home of the dull but mammoth catfish, dividing with its brick-red water and slippery mud banks the whorehouses in Phoenix City from the soldiers at Fort Benning. Then the Wittahoochee, river of turtles, spanned by swaying footbridges, its banks lined with old men, and ladies fishing with worms for pretty little trout, their bare toes poked into the damp green moss. Within clear sight of both these rivers, people speak almost in tongues, dance hard on wood porches, then stand still for the picture man with their new spouses, who were probably their cousins yesterday. And all I've inquired of report, feeling such joy in the springtime that it expands into the air, that the clouds entirely lift from the smooth mountain tops, and both big rivers run fresh with it, so that the soldiers down in Georgia, not yet gone off to war, scoot across the bridge to Alabama and hug those silky blondes real tight, and the old ladies along the edges of the river in Carolina break into loud songs about Jesus while the men harmonize verses about their favorite dogs. In my daydreams about the South, I find it's not just the spreading life of rivers, but the sudden flip of a perch on the line, those blonde women squealing. I recall brownie cameras, magnolias unfurling like moonlight, and the heart-scratching harmonies of Appalachian music. And the heat at noon, thick enough to spread on a biscuit. I sometimes long to resurrect the sensation of kudzu vines creeping up my bare legs in July, and the awful delight of chewing turpentine off the hot pine trees. I clearly remember breathing gardenias until I fainted and being revived with a bourbon in a spoon. And that there was always time for driving for long afternoon hours through red dust, for picking peaches, killing the occasional hog, and starving at those rivers, and safe little eddies, the dark shadows of Cottonmouth sliding under the logs. All of this could make me wonder about where I'm living now, until I remember those close-by rivers, the Stickeen twining through the flatlands, the glacial turquoise of its stream, the Unuk pouring into the canal, or the waterfalls and icy rapids I have seen from the float plane when I fly north from here. Even this place I have chosen to live, where the creeks flush with salmon in the summertime and run clear into the even clearer sea. And I have learned to pay good attention to the moss around the trails, and the ferns, and the plush mushrooms springing up all along, to the smell of bear, and the clams squirting jets of seawater into the air, to the handsome old guys working on their boats, and the ladies up to their knees in patchwork quilts, and the wet children playing outside with no raincoats, all with chapped hands and big grins. And it may make perfect sense to have taken to the road, to have made the crossing from Georgia to Alaska with a few informational stops along the way, since now I can be sure, can prove without a doubt, that there is singing all along all riverbanks. Folks with fishing poles, things growing green and lush, and that all river water feels the same against my ankles, pushing me a little further along with every step than I ever dreamed I would go.
Cool. What do you like about that?
the sense of fluidity, that there's a sense not just of the water, there's the fluidity of the sound, and then you bump up against these memories that are like the brush reeds along the side of it. We go up to the bank, and we remember these things, and then we go back into the water, and then we come back up to the bank, and you can just feel this river of time flowing with all these memories with the cut banks.